Shout out Bruce Gas, aka Toka 2. You know I had to drop a track for my boy.
Hey, Click, where you at?
Yeah, tapping in your rats and boys out here telling favors. I'm the hardest young nigga, I ain't signed to no label. Hey, Bruce Gas putting them fights on the table. Calling that Boston since Kane versus Abel. Smoking so much gas, you would think that shit was fatal. I'm the people's champion like Muhammad Ali. Shout out Bruce Gas, one day we gon' meet. Yeah, we gon' blow it down, we gon' smoke hella weed. Yeah, we gon' blow it down, take a hit out the Toka 2. Slipping hella shots, feel like Tyson with the people. Little Glock on my side, but it hit just like Isaac Cruz. Shout out Man Chad, real shit, that's my fucking dude. We always cooking on the pan. Strapped to my side, I ain't talking about no sand. Bruce pass me the blunt, I'ma light it like a candle. Ayy, non-stop bars, man, I always spit flames. Feel like Bruce Gas always got a different strain. Bitch, you ain't like me, you can never feel my pain. You win and you lose, well, this the fight game. Don't beef on the net and the shit won't change. Said that on the stream, gotta do it for the game. Said that on the stream, gotta do it for the chat. I ain't undisputed, yeah, hold on, I ain't undisputed, but I want all the straps.
Good early afternoon. Bruce Gas, boxing, jazz, and more. I'm here on a Friday, May 16th, 2023, in the year of our Lord. Beautiful day out there. I'm digging on some jazz in the background. Got a little tang over here to start the day off nicely. A little jazz in the background. A classic fight happened on this day, which always brings a memory to me. It's happened when I was 20 years old. 20 years old, 48 years ago today. And man, see, I'm usually on the Green Dragon, which I am, of course. The Green Dragon is never out of reach over here. We're gonna do a dab of that. And I have to be quiet for 30 seconds. So I'll let a few people bop in here, and I'll shout you all out. But let me get my buzz cooking. I hope this music is all right, because the last YouTube I did, the last StreamYard, the volume was all screwed up. I had echoes, and I had going on, all that shit in the background. Does this sound okay? Please let me know out there. I do a little bit of this Green Dragon, let it sublingual absorb into my system. Get myself in a Las Vegas frame of mind for this. Hope you all got plenty of water there. Oh no, this feels kind of almost empty here. My tumbler, Fistiana Blood Boxing. I don't know who made it. One of the two made it. They sent it to me. It's got Marvin Hagler, Curtis Anderson. Got my name up there in lights. Bruce Gas, boxing, jazz, and more. And we got Miles Davis down there next to Marvin Hagler. I mean, this is a cool thing. It keeps me on the track of drinking a lot of water. Water is key, man. Make sure you're getting plenty of it. I told you many, many times, the only thing I drink around now these days is water. No alcohol, no caffeine, no soda, no juice. Really, man. Water is life. I keep trying to keep myself hydrated. You know, keeps the epidermal, the largest organ in the body, your skin. Got to keep that hydrated. You don't want that to start cracking, drying out. But anyway, man, I'm gonna start talking about this fight a little bit. I want to shout out who came in here because I appreciate that like you wouldn't believe. Shauna Holler, shout out my sister. Lyle versus Foreman is one of my favorites. Haven't seen him in versus Ali yet. Lyle was from my hometown, Denver, Colorado. Man, my brother lives out there. He lives in Rosewood, I believe it is. Latanya, my sister, salute. Thank you for coming in. I got the ladies in here classing up this joint. My man Sheed always showing support and love, man. Shout out to Sheed me here. Jose Diaz from the southern waters of Miami, from that boat fishing, man. Shout out to you, my brother. That one guy, Bones, appreciate you coming in here, man. All right, let me I don't want to neglect your comments either, because I see a lot of salutes out there. Sounds good and nice. Anyone here played jazz themselves? I played with jazz. I was a drummer. I jammed with some cats. I played trumpet. I played guitar, piano. But see, I realized my limitations. I could play things like this, but I didn't have the talent that these great musicians have. I always judged myself up to the greats. And I kind of gave a lot of instruments I had away. I gave my trumpet away to a great trumpet player, Paul Phillips, who passed away. He played with a band around here, Duke Belair's big band. He was on the Johnny Carson Tonight Show band with Doc Severance. I mean, this dude was a hell of a player. I gave him my trumpet one night. I said, Paul, give this to one of your students, bro, because I'm not doing it justice. But I'm a jazz aficionado, I guess that's the word. You know, I used to go to all the concerts. I used to meet the players, party with them, man. You know, jazz was my thing. It is my thing. I like all kind of music, but jazz, special little love for that in my heart. How much water do you drink a day? I drink probably about a gallon. I try to fill this sucker up 4 or 5 times. It's 20 ounces in there. A gallon is 128 ounces, 120 ounces, 60. Yeah. But yeah, water is, I try to keep myself well hydrated. Not to mention, I always keep some water in the toker too. Got a little bit in there now. Do a little hit on that. I love the jazz guitar too. That's always been my favorite instrument. And I was a guitar player. I used to play in bars. I used to sing, and you know, that was my thing for a little bit. But then when I started listening to cats like this, I said, nah. My picking and my strumming just does not do justice to these giants in the world of jazz. And you know, I've been following jazz since 1975, since the year of this fight, basically. 48 years of a jazz lover on top of it. But I hope the volume's coming in nice and clear out there, because we're going to go to the convention center in Las Vegas, Nevada. Go back 48 years, and see, I didn't see this fight when it was happening live. I was working. I worked at this radio station in Boston. In fact, I was doing jazz on the station. It was called WCSB. It was the Cambridge School of Broadcasting. It was the college that I went to, and it was actually winding down for the break, for the 75 break to go into the 76, and they kept the radio station open. And I worked on Tuesdays and Friday nights. I worked from it was from 7 to 11, and they didn't have the news department going there. It was what they call a rip and read operation, and what we did was it was kind of like a little typewriter that was in the corner, and always be moving. The news from UPS would come on there, and paper would. I mean, you'd have to put like a huge roll of paper in there. The roll had to weigh 25 pounds. And we'd go through that a day. The paper would just be spitting out, and you'd rip it off. They called it rip and read. That was the news department. We didn't have a news director and somebody that did the air online. When you had a break, you just ripped off the type on the UPS machine. You went down, you read a story, you read it over the air, you know, and and they covered the fight this way. I was like, my mind was blown. Just Do Boxing, my friend. Shout out to you, man. Shout out to you, bro. Appreciate you coming in here. Boxing Lounge, shout out to you. I don't want to get behind the chat because Toby Bartlett, my friend. This should be simple. I got about 9-10 people in here. I should be able to pay attention to what you're saying to me. Keep smoking. Keep the fight going. Talk about Ron Lyle, about Muhammad Ali. And then show this fight. Pull out a little bud out of my... We got a little, look at this tang. Orange tang. Need a little orange fibers in there. Nice little nugget. And being in the legalized state of Rhode Island, legalized recreational marijuana. I also have a card. I haven't renewed my card last year. Since they legalized it, I said, what the hell, am I crazy, man? It's like having a driver's license in the land of all can drive for free. Don't let me regress. If not for the old bong, I'd be in tremendous pain, man. Arthritis is killing me. I had a fight with my doctor, my insurance company today. I get these, lidocaine patches, and I put 2 on a day, and they had me on 1 a day. So I called them up for refills. That's too early. I said, come on. I said, this is lidocaine. This isn't fentanyl. This isn't a controlled substance. This is a patch that I slap on, and I had to call the insurance company. Said, oh, no problem, Mr. Goes. We'll call them up and we'll just tell them that it's on your tier and it's covered. Because these patches are about $10 a piece if you have to buy them over the counter. It's ridiculous, man. It's ridiculous. And you can buy this stuff over the counter too. It's in different ointments. It's lidocaine. It's a topical ointment. Kind of numbs it. It works all right. I mean, without it, it would be a very nagging little chronic pain. With the herb, I forget about it. With a little bit of lidocaine on there, it takes the physical sensation away. And I'm beginning to get in the fighting spirit over here. I'm beginning to feel the urge for this fight again. And I'm looking so forward to this weekend, man, with Devin Haney and Lomo. It's going to be a great fight. We just had a crazy fight with Rolly and Barroso, man. Tony Weeks. This man just lost it in one night. He was a decent referee, above board, one of the veteran referees in Las Vegas, all over the world, and he blew it. But anyway, man, everybody's talking about that. We're going to talk about this one, man. At the convention center on this night in 1975. The referee was Fred Hernandez. The judges are Art Laurie, Bill Kipp, and John McKerna. This is for the World Boxing Council and the World Boxing Association and Ring Magazine Heavyweight Championships. It's Muhammad Ali's second defense since he beat George Foreman at the legendary Rumble in the Jungle, baby. Now, a lot of people said that should have been Ali's last hurrah, but Ali went on. And Ali's coming off his win of Chuck Wepner, who actually is credited with knocking Ali down. If you ever saw that fight, you'd see Ali really toyed with Wepner. Wepner, tough guy, but he was really a New Jersey thumbbreaker for the mob. He got pushed into a title fight because he had the right complexions and the right connections. And him and Ali's foot got tangled up somewhere along the 9th, 8th, 9th, 10th, whatever it was. But Ali slipped. Chuck Wepner got credited with a knockdown. He went back to his corner with his hands in the air. His cornerman told him, put those hands down, and he's got a real mean look on his face. And this is after Chuck Wepner's getting his face plastered for the first half of the fight. Anyway, he came back, and Ali was Ali and did his thing. Ron Lyle is coming off a loss. Roscoe Jones, my brother, shout out to you, man. Ron Lyle's coming off a loss to Jimmy Young. Jimmy Young, a very underrated fighter in the decade, man. A defensive wizard, didn't have a lot of power, but you couldn't hit him. He fought them all in that decade, man. He fought them all. But this fight came to be no local television. Like I said, in Las Vegas on a Friday night, and this is only a few months after Ali won the title. After Ali beat after Ali beat Chuck Wepner, because these fighters didn't rest on their laurels, man. They fought. I don't want to get these dates mixed up with this. I'm going to go into my Rolodex over here. Yeah, see, he's coming. He fought George Foreman on November 30th in 1974. Won the title. Came back and fought Chuck Wepner in March, 5 months later. And then another 2 months later, he's fighting Ron Lyle. Ron Lyle, tough contender. He's a former inmate from Denver. Real cold. I've talked to fighters who met Ron Lyle in person, while he was still alive. And they said, I shook his hand and he was a cold motherfucker. He just had that stare, that iciness to him. Ron Lyle was, like I said, he was incarcerated for murder when he was only a juvenile. It was a gang thing. He ended up getting that overturned by the governor of Colorado. So Ron Lyle was a new lease on life. He discovered boxing. He was a great amateur, and he came into that pro era, man, that golden era with Joe Frazier and with Muhammad Ali. H Money, my brother, salute, bro. Thank you for coming by, man. And H Money, you remind me of one thing, man. Don't forget to hit that like button, because we want to get exposure when we're doing this kind of shit, man. We're talking about the classics up here, man. Muhammad Ali and Ron Lyle, they deserve to have this fight shown today. And the luminaries at ringside in Vegas, man, there were boxers like Jose Napoles, John Conte was there, a lot of different celebrities. But then and heavyweights. So at the time, the heavyweight contenders, Howard Smith. I'll think of as I'm going along, because I do all this stuff off the top of my head. I don't write anything down. I'll go into Boxing Rec if I want to get a date or something straight. But I try to do this as a memory device, a little memory exercise, because man, people my age, they get forgetful, and that's not a good thing to do. That's a sign of deterioration, and we can't deteriorate, bro. That's the whole thing, man. We have to age. We can't fight that, but we can fight the things the oxidization, the things that slow us down, that age us, the foods we eat, the people we hang with, the things we consume. I try to consume nothing but water. I love my reefer. That's my only mind-altering substance I put in my body. Life is good, try to stay healthy. But anyway, let's go back to Las Vegas on this night, man. I'm going to bring this fight up, too. I can talk while it's going on, because I don't want to, I'm not going to use before I do that, I'm going to show you what it looks like in my house right now. Let me bring this down. I'm going to bring up my backyard. With the beauty of our StreamYard here. I can show you my backyard. Yeah, there it is. Check this out. It's low tide right now. That's the backyard of the bay right there. This is another angle. It's like 75 degrees out there. A little bit of overcast. This is my volume right here, man. This is what coming out here watching fights, and trying to enjoy my life the best I can. Not let people, places, or things affect me, bro. I mean, this is where it's at. We're controlling the operation. We are in charge over here. So anyway, man, we're gonna go back to Las Vegas. Just wanted to show you what a nice view I'm looking at right now as I speak it to thee. I'm digging on this jazz in the background, like I was telling you before, man. The jazz guitar, it's an amazing instrument. It goes hand in hand with boxing. It's all about the speed. The speed and the preciseness. And And the power always comes through, man. You got the leverage, man, you know? Yeah. We can go back and talk about that one. But anyway, man, let's go to Las Vegas over here. Do I have the I gotta get the widescreen. I guess that's as big as I can get it right there. But they're still announcing the luminaries in the ring, I believe. Look at George Foreman was at ringside. George Foreman got booed. George Foreman hasn't had his he didn't have that fiasco in Toronto yet. You got Don King at ringside, but George Foreman got the boos, man. And this is something too, man. Another one of the greatest of all time, besides Ali. Check out this dude coming up over here, man. That's Joe Louis at ringside. You know, Joe was always at the fights in Las Vegas. You know, when I saw Joe Louis's last appearance, that was at the Trevor Burbick and Larry Holmes fight. And look at that, man. Joe Louis and George Foreman in the ring together. That just kind of makes the hair in the back of your neck stand up. Sean O'Grady.
And I've been watching him work out. I know he wants to win, but the champ is looking good. He's big, 223 or something like that. And he's happy.
I don't know who that is. And I'm afraid I get echoes when I play the volume on there. Last time I played volume, I got echoes on there. But man, there we go. Looks like Lyle walking down the aisle. And look at these cats, the way they were dressing in 1975. I mean, dude, this was disco. This was cocaine. This was fucking no AIDS. This was wild time to be around. 20 years old at this time, man. Whew. Thank you, Tony, bro. That's, you know, it's kind of like it's very calm out there. I like it when it's got a little more breeze going on, when you get some waves cooking on. It almost actually gets stifling at this time of year. Look at the dude with the yellow hat on. That was the thing back then, bro. That was pioneer. You do it now, you're copying somebody. These guys are the super flies. They get the canes, the suits. They look like Jerry Quarry sitting at ringside. But look at Ron Lyle coming into that ring. Ron Lyle was 224 pounds. Out of Denver, Colorado. 30 wins, 2 losses, and 1 draw coming into this fight. Hey, my brother Mad Chad, shout out to you, man. Skywalker, the Sky Pilot. I call him the Sky Pilot today. I never call anybody by their right name. I always switch it around. I call Mad Chad the Madman. I call Skywalker the Sky Pilot. Even my dog Bruno, I changed his name to Mr. B. Muhammad Ali coming out of there, man. Ali, the greatest of all time. 46 victories. He had 2 defeats at the time. He got his last 3 defeats in the latter phases of his life, man. That was the Leon Spinks, the Larry Holmes, and the Trevor Burbick. That was a shot, Ali. That was like Mike Tyson's final career when he got beat by everybody. You know, they're knocking Tyson, but I says, bro, you should have seen Mike Tyson in 1986, 87, and 88, bro. Nobody was going to touch Mike Tyson back then. That's why, you know, rating these fighters and stuff, I look at what they did in their era, how they cleaned out their division. To me, that's the sign of a dominating, undisputed champion. Larry Holmes, he was a dominating, undisputed, even though he didn't have the 3 belts, didn't have the 2 belts. D-Ray Promotions, my brother, shout out to you. But see, this was Ali. This was kind of the twilight of his career. This is when he was winding it down. I wish I had a bigger picture of this. I wonder if I do this. Bear with me for a second here. Will that make it? No, that doesn't do anything to it. It does it? No, it just does the type. Nobody didn't fuck up things, but tail of the tape. You see, they're both 33 years old. Ollie's got him by a few pounds. Both 6'3". Ollie's got the 80-inch reach, the 76 for Burbick, the biceps for Lyle. You see the bicep, the calf, and the waist sizes. But at the time, they're both prime size heavyweights. Right now, they'd be a little on the small side, a little smallish. But man, these guys are fighting 3-4 times a year. Believe me, they're not gonna take any bullshit from somebody 20 pounds heavier than them. Ron Lyle, this is the only title shot that he had. He fought everybody out there, man. This is his only title shot. After this, man, he goes to after this he has that unbelievable fight that the elevator fight with George Foreman. And before this, he beat was it before this or after this? I have to make sure I get the dates right here. Let me make sure I get the dates right here. Because he had a tremendous fight with Ernie Shavers. He came out on top of that fight. That was right after this fight. Right after this fight, he loses this fight. Man, and Ron Lyle, he's going to what they call a murderer's row. Before this, he fights Jimmy Young and he loses. Then he fights Muhammad Ali. Then he fights Ernie Shavers 3.5 months later. Less than 6 months later, he's in there with George Foreman. He's back in there with Jimmy Young. I mean, dude, this man had, like I said, they talk about the black murderer's row. Ron Lyle stood in that black murderer's row for a year, over a year. Here they are at ringside. Here they are with their face-offs, man. This is great stuff. Fred Hernandez, the referee. And we see every characteristic of Muhammad Ali in this fight. Oh yeah, man, he wasn't in a bad fight. Even at the end of his career, you know, he fought Jerry Cooney. He was a sacrificial lamb for Jerry Cooney. Got his ribs broken, but he was 10 years after, almost. How many years after this? He fought Jerry Cooney in 1980, so it was 5 years after this. And believe me, these cats, they didn't have 5 years. It was not like three fights, 5 years. These guys were grinding themselves. They're putting in that work. But see, Muhammad Ali, starting off on his toes, starting with all his tricks, man. You know, he tries the rope-a-dope. Ack Reacher, my brother, shout out to you, the Jab Jamboree. You know, he's trying all his tricks. He's trying that Mirage, the Floyd Patterson style. He keeps his palms out. But Ron Lyle's not falling for any of that stuff. You know, Ron Lyle is he's watched Ali. He's a student of the game on top of being a fighter. He's got the habit of dropping that left hand when he jabs, and Ali's going to take advantage of that. Ron Lyle, very, very lazy jab. Ali's figuring all this out. He's feinting. He's going to try the rope-a-dope. Ron Lyle's trying to go downstairs. Ali, you never see him hurt with a body shot. Maybe in his last fight, the Larry Holmes fight, it was sad to see. He got tagged with some thudding body shots, but never folded up. See, he's trying to rope-a-dope. He's trying to get Ron Lyle on the ropes. Ron Lyle, see, that worked once, never worked again. And it's still talked about to this day. You don't see any fighters using it to this day either, man. Ali used it that one night. And he wants to get Ron Lyle into that rope-a-dope, and it's not going to happen. Beautiful 1-2 by Ali that came a little bit short. And Ron Lyle's trying to get in there and maul Ali. This is a style like similar to Joe Frazier's. Ali didn't do extremely well at the beginning until he got this style figured out. That's why I say the Mike Tyson of 1987 and the prime Ali. Woo! I couldn't pick a winner in that fight.
Ooh, I need some water now. You guys having a good time? Yeah, I like it. Give it up. Bruce Williams on saxophone.
I got that jazz. That's a live jazz concert I got playing in the background. So I gotta keep that music going here, man. Here we go. They're standing in the center ring, and Ron Lyle is trying to out-jab Muhammad Ali. Ali keeping that, like I said, he's trying every trick in the book. He's trying that mirage defense, the peekaboo, and now he wants to get Ron Lyle against the ropes with the rope-a-dope, but Lyle doesn't fall for it. Start of the third round. Ron Lyle, very, very slow-footed, very, very limber. Right now, he's fresh. He hasn't worn out yet, and that's I think Ali is just looking to figure something out here. But Ali could improvise, bro. He'll go to stand in the ring, slugging with him. But Ron Lyle's trying to maul Ali, and Ali is trying to lure him into that rope-a-dope. I'm sure Ali's saying all kind of shit to him, and he's got him in those clinches right now. And the thing about these heavyweights of this golden era, they all fought each other. One or two fights that didn't happen. Like we would have loved to see Ron Lyle and Joe Frazier. But man, sometimes those fights don't get made, but all the other ones do. Ali, man, he can move straight back and hit you with a 1-2 combination. Just incredible. Even at this stage of his career, he only fought 3 more years. I'm sorry, he fought till 1980. Terrible ending, but don't judge Ali on. If you saw the end of Ali's career, definitely don't judge him on that. But he's trying to get Lyle all confused, giving him all kinds of different styles. But the thing is, he's going to come to realize, he's going to come to float like a butterfly, sting like a bee. Ron Lyle couldn't handle that. Just some sloppy shit going on right now. Ali keeping that high guard. Just wanting Lyle. Oh, see, Lyle throws that lazy jab. Ali drops that right hand over the jab like lightning, man. Pretty good exchange at the end. Ali with that great corner. Angelo Dundee, Dr. Freddie Pacheco, Drew Bundini Brown. Ron Lyle trying to bully him into the corner. Ali trying to get him in the corner. See, Ali is still relying on that rope-a-dope. It worked last year in Africa, man. It's not working now. Ali is so quick with that head movement. Ron Lyle's not even taking chances throwing to Ali's head. He's trying to concentrate on a body attack. He's just so slow. He's trying to get that jab in there. Ali keeping that high guard, that peekaboo. Letting Ron Lyle throw punches, let him punch himself out. Ron Lyle is definitely winning this round. Even Lyle knows it too. Lyle is trying to come on. Best round of the fight for Ron Lyle. Ali throwing that right hand over that jab. He still drops that jab real low when he throws it. When he throws it out though. And Ali knows that. Hey, Clarence McLean, bro. Hey, I want to talk to you, Clarence McLean. Shoot me an email or something, bro. I got something I want to tell you, man. In fact, I could tell you if you stick around. It's about equipment, wraps, gloves. This company that I've been hanging with, they're called Pro Say, and they're looking for fighters to sponsor. And you're the first guy I thought of. I have your number, but I guess it's a Google Hangout number or something. I tried to leave a message, but if you're interested, man, shoot me an email. I'll give you my number. In fact, you can give me a call, man. 401-297-7413. Give me a call after the show, bro. I'll let you know where to go, who to call. It's if you're interested. Peace out. We're back in center ring here, man. Ali shooting out that piston-like jab. Ron Lyle just coming forward. Now Ali's trying a different style now. They are at ringside. Ali's just kind of doing he's giving away rounds. He's letting Ron Lyle punch himself out. He's keeping that high defense. He's keeping those elbows in. And I haven't seen him hit with a significant punch yet in this round. Maybe Ron Lyle's going to realize that he's got to have plan B here. And he's kind of like just a lumbering, hulking, slow, flat-footed fighter. But a tremendous heart, tremendous power. an L, a couple of L's on his record meant nothing. Ali's got 2 losses on his record too, man. That means absolutely nothing in boxing. Little drum solo while Ron Lyle is trying to make a little drum solo going on. Ali's just absorbing those punches. That was the thing, man. In the latter part of his career, he just showed the world that he had a chin of granite. I don't know if it was a good thing or a bad thing, but as he aged and got slower, had to reserve his style, just come on in spurts. I mean, the Muhammad Ali of 1968, 1969, this would have been 68. 68. He didn't fight in 69. I don't believe. I'm so bad with dates, but man, these 2 bulls are just shoulder to shoulder. They're in a phone booth right now in the center ring, and Muhammad Ali's not doing much punching though. Occasional jab out there, but I think he's got Ron Lyle figured out. He knows that gas tank is limited. He knows in a boxing match, Lyle's not going to have a chance with him. He's kind of letting time take its toll, and Ron Lyle is slowing down a little bit. Trying to drop that right hand to the body, trying to come in behind that jab, but Ali, he's used to all these styles. And when Ali throws a jab, he's got some snap on that. Kind of makes Ron Lyle straighten up and rethink his situation. Ali trying to lure him into a trap. And we go start of the 5th round. Oh, that guitar. Whew. Hey, Ron Lyle just got a nice right hand in there. Ali did a little shuffle involuntarily, and Ron Lyle knows that he's trying to take advantage of that. The Ali's, you didn't hit me. Is that all you got, sucker? Is that all you got? Who was whispering in the ear? Come on, motherfucker. I mean, Ali had a nasty mouth on him too. I didn't want to use drop those F-bombs on here. But there they go, man. Ali's on his toes. I think Ali said it's time to float like a butterfly and sting like a bee. If Ali could do this the whole fight, Lyle would have been frustrated and already rendered to a lumbering hulk. There's Ali. That's the untouchable Ali. Earlier in his career, that footwork on his toes, side to side. Oh, look at this shit, man. Ali's showing everything he's got here, man. Ali is really showing. I don't know if we're going to see the Ali shuffle or not, but he's in a position to do it. Ron Lyle trying to set up, trying to land a punch. He can't. He has no clue what to do with this Ali. Nelly, my brother, shout out to you, man. Thank you for dropping by and just showing a classic fight that happened 48 years ago on this very day. I talked about it in my on my community page on this day. And once again, Ali's just dancing and that I think it would have been all over if he landed that right hand. Those are the kind that they catch you totally unaware. That's the kind of punch that Ali gets his knockouts with right there. Almost like a check overhand right. You walk right into that baby and bango. Next thing you know, you're counting the lights on the ceiling tiles. Oh, nice shot by Ron Lyle. And Ron Lyle, he got Ali with a left uppercut, putting his shoulder down, moving in, and Ali's talking to him. Classic stuff here, man. If you're an Ali fan like I am, bro, you don't get sick of this. This is just beautiful stuff, how the man could adapt. I mean, he didn't even, this was not even the way Ali came out. He came out slugging. He came out trying to rope-a-dope. Kevin Knight, my brother, shout out, man. A 4-year-old, baby. You're still hanging in there watching boxing today, man. Here we go. Ali's out there on his toes for another round. And look at that head movement. Oh, man. Fighters today, take note of this. You'll never get away with it, but take note of it. The 1960s Ali was like this, always moving, always on his feet. The 1970s Ali, he would give a punch, take a punch to give a punch towards the latter part of his career. So man, I hate to do fantasy fights. Kind of tears my mind apart when I think of fantasy fights, because I talk to all these fighters who should be in fantasy fights, and we hash that up, and letting them tell me how they're going to do, but me trying to put together a fantasy fight, it doesn't make any sense. I mean, I'd love to see it. Maybe when I die, maybe if I go to heaven, I'll be lucky enough to witness some of these fights, but this is as good as it's going to get. Things like this next week, man. Teofimo and Lomachenko. Why do I keep saying Teofimo? He's fighting in a few more weeks, but Devin Haney and Lomachenko. Great fight, bro. Hey, Zone 6, bro. How you doing, man? You had a nice show today. That was a little history lesson. Great stuff, bro. I like listening to that. It gave me the itch to come back and relive this fight. For a minute and a half. I think we're in the 7th round. Ali is on his toes, realizing that now he's trying a little rope-a-dope here. See if he can get Ron Lyle to regress a little bit. Really tire him out. Take him back to Zaire. Take him back to the Rumble in the Jungle. And Ali right back on his toes, man. See, that's what Ali is got such great styles that he can switch in mid-fight. He realizes that this isn't working. You go to plan B, plan C, plan D, back to plan A, and then do them all over again. Freddie Hernandez doing a good job in here as a referee. And Ali, this is a fairly close fight. I'm going to give Ali by at least 2 or 3 rounds. One of the judges, John Mangracia, he had the fight dead even. And Ron Lyle, man, you got to give him credit. He's coming in there, blasting those uppercuts. He's getting through Ali's guard a little bit. Ali's tired too, man. Ali's a 33-year-old, and he didn't have many good years after this, many great fights after this. So we're watching a declining Ali, but we're still watching a great Ali, and we're watching another late bloomer. Lyle didn't get started in boxing until his 20s. And Ali's trying to time that slow left jab and drop that right hand. Lyle still coming forward, leaning on Ali. Ali's realizing now, man, box him. Just give him classic Ali. He float like a butterfly, sting like a bee. He won't be able to handle it, and as we can see, Lyle's getting braver because he knows this is his last hurrah here in this fight. And if Ali just does this, he's going to advance his way to a 15-round decision. And Ron Lyle's a smart enough fighter. He knows he's got to get moving here. I got somebody calling me up. Let me see what this is. See if I'm going to answer it or call him back. That's don't know who it is, man. An 800 number. We'll call that one back. Probably my insurance company, because I've been trying to get a refill on my lidocaine patches for my shoulders. I know I got to see my orthopedic on Thursday, so I could get the refill there. But man, believe me, when you're in Ron Lyle, see this takes my mind off of that and this and everything else. I'll deal with that later. Right now, man, Muhammad Ali, Ron Lyle, on this day, 48 years ago, at the convention center in Las Vegas, Nevada. Oh, Ali timed that right hand beautifully. In the center ring, Lyle really has no chance. Lyle has to try to rough up Muhammad Ali. Ali's that right hand, every time that jab goes out there, Ali's timing that sucker. It's not coming back fast enough. Bang! Counter right hand all night long. I don't know, Kevin Knight, bro. Maybe they try. Maybe they should stay off the stay out of the bars. Leave the vacations till every few years and dominate your division. Get back in that gym. And look at Ron Lyle's got Ali in the corner. A couple of nice shots by Ron Lyle. You know, this was definitely no walkover for Ali. Ali's pushing him up, but staying in that ring. He's still trying to get Ron Lyle to expand his punches. Ali's got a great defense. Tries that left hook. Lyle gets out of the way in time. Ron Lyle wants to keep Ali on those ropes. That's nice, man. If Ron Lyle will oblige. And, oh, nice shots by Muhammad Ali coming off the ropes. Wow. And that's the end of the round. Ron Lyle strolls back to his corner. This is bringing back some memories here. Definitely bringing back some memories. I can tell these guys to stop playing. There we go. Thank you, boys. Gotta have that music going on in the background. Beautiful day, Nelly. Beautiful day. I got to get my car out of the shop. That's the biggest pain in the ass that I'm dealing with today. Aside from that, enjoying this great fight that happened on this day. I just wanted to share this with you, share my memories of it. And once again, this fight's just getting better over here, man. And we talked about referees making a premature stoppage last week, man. Stick around to the end of this fight. You want to see the compassion Ali has, and the referee, man. This is you're gonna see some good stuff. If you never saw the end of this fight, just give me a few more rounds here. And Ali punching while he's going backwards. Always he always got away with that throughout his career. He'll grab you behind the head. Ron Lyle, big hooks, big crosses trying to come in there. Ron Lyle is tired. He didn't show it in his face, but you can see in the body. You can see in his movement. His already slow feet are dragging Ali. Nice combination on the ropes. Oh. Ali's getting a little mean right now, man. Ali was a finisher. Got a little hit on this Toka too to make this all the more enjoyable. Definitely. Knowing that you're going to come out there into that buzzsaw again when that bell rings. And remember, too, these are 15-round fights. This is 25% more boxing than the fights are today. The championship fights. We very seldom see 10-rounders anymore, even, because there's so many titles out there. Oh, Ali had unsurpassed stamina. He ran. He ran first thing in the morning. He ran with combat boots on. He ran going backwards. He ran uphill. He ran downhill. I mean, Ali did everything to keep that stamina, to keep that endurance. Unbelievable cardiovascular health. Even when Ali was on his deathbed and they removed life support, the doctor couldn't believe what a strong heart Ali had. I mean, it was shout out to and Lyle, man, they don't get any tougher than that. Look at this fucking guy. This guy did 12 years, I think, in the penitentiary. Oh. And here we go in round 9. Getting on in the fight. Ali said, Ali's, come on, I'm here. See, Ali still wants to employ him. Ron Lyle's thinking of that rope-a-dope. Ron Lyle's thinking, hey, I got caught in this with a rope-a-dope. I saw my buddy George Foreman get caught with a rope-a-dope. That's on every fighter's mind. Ali, man, on his toes, pumping that jab, keeping that great defense going. Ron Lyle is reduced to a plotter, dead tired. He's trying to catch the ghost, trying to put smoke in a bottle over here. And this is where Ron Lyle wants to be. But this is where Ali has that great defensive style where he'll tire you out. You'll be punching his elbows, and you'll be punching his arms and his gloves. I mean, just a classic history lesson from one of the all-time greats. Yeah, Lyle is like you said, he's just following there. Yes, he did. He got stabbed in a prison fight, and he had to have many surgeries, much blood transfusion. I believe he died on the operating table. But yeah, Ron Lyle had a extremely rough life. He shot at his wife, thrown back in jail. I mean, he was nuts. You know, today in this age of social media where everything you do is intruded upon, Ron Lyle would be. Damn, you think people like Tank and Errol Spence get shade for what they do? Ron Lyle would be on the front page of every internet newspaper and every freaking Boxing 24 and Bad Left Hook and you name it, man. Every chat room would be talking about him and having Ron Lyle in there for a little interview, as they like to call them. I like to call them a conversation, but oh, Ali throwing those, shooting from the hip with a 3-punch combination. Picasso, my brother, thank you for coming by, man. One of my original YouTube brothers from day one over here when I first found this boxing community, my man Picasso out there. Always been my brother. Shout out to you, man. Ron Lyle is not giving up, man. He's here we go. It was at the end. It was at the end of round 9. With Bundini Brown taking the mouthpiece out. Dr. Freddie Pacheco. I don't know who the other dude is, man. I know who he is, but I can't think of the name right now. It could be Ali's brother. I don't know, man. I should call my man Leon up and ask him. He was probably in the front row over here. I'll bet my man Scrapbook Boxing was at this fight. No. See, I'm going back. I kind of, I don't realize how old I am. You know, I was only 20 here, and I think I'm a little older than Scrapbook, so. Yeah, Bundini's in there. Bundini's got that, got a little chunk of his forehead thing. I'm talking about that dude right there. I can't remember his name. But there we go, man. The referee's pushing Lyle's people out. Maybe I'll call up Uncle Leon when this fight's over and ask him hey, my brother Joe, man. Wally Muhammad. That Joe would know. You know, I was going to say somebody from the Nation of Islam. Wally Muhammad. Joe's my man. Joe makes me laugh. Joe said something yesterday, Joe. That was the funniest thing I ever saw. We were watching the anniversary of the second Jersey Joe Walcott and Rocky Marciano fight. And Joe always makes a comment, man, and I love that. And he said, Joe's mom didn't raise no fool. The ref said 4, 5, 6, and Joe said 7, 8, 9, 10. I fucking chuckled all day at that, man. In fact, I even used it. I used it when somebody put the thing up there. Joe, you're a true historian and a true character, bro. I appreciate you coming in here. But here we go, man. Here we go. They're head-to-head. Ron Lyle's last stand. Tough as nails. He doesn't know what he's doing here, man. He's trying to separate Ali's gloves with his hands and leaning in. I mean, constantly dropping that left hand when he brings it back. Ali's just going to time that and boop, right hand on the eye. That head movement, Lyle can't hit Ali. Stumbling in towards him. Yeah, somebody was trying to tell me Marciano was a bully because he landed that last left hook. I think he was in mid-combination form and just couldn't believe the effects that right hand had on old Joe. And that left hook was it is what it is. But I never could see calling him a dirty fighter for that. Look at Ali with that right hand cocked. Now he's playing slugger in the center ring here. Hands by his side. Beautiful stuff, man. Ali showed everything in his repertoire in this fight. Everything that he had left. Everything that he could muster. In 10 years as a pro, he put it all together in this fight, man. He used everything that he had. And he's still using it right now. Using that Mirage defense, man. Keeping that high guard up there. And Ron Lyle, going for another hurrah. You can't take anything from Ron Lyle. He's got the heart of a lion in here, bro. Nice shot to Ali's side. But see, Ali, like I said earlier, could take a body punch like nobody. Ali sitting down. Ron Lyle getting the sponge. Joe, who was Ron Lyle's trainer? I know who it is, but I can't think of it. The ringside Vegas girls in the 70s. It is what it is. Here we go, man. Howard Cosell at ringside. I think that's the owner of the Mirage. I'm not sure, man. Some dignitary. Seems like it's a long minute between rounds there. But here we go. This is the is this the 10th round? Might even be no, this is the 11th round. Keep your eye on this round, man. This is the end. This is the last round. Ron Lyle trying to do a little dance, trying to get some feeling back in those legs. Oh, Ali just nailed him. Now watch Ali signal to the referee. Stop this fight. Watch how he does this. I'll never forget this, man. He's gonna tell Fred Hernandez. Stop this fight. Fred Hernandez says nope. You keep fighting. The Ali doesn't want to kill you, man. Once he knows you're done, this is a brother. See, Ali's gonna hey, stop this. He's saying, I'm gonna kill him. Nope, you go back in there and fight. Okay. One more time. Ali, stop this fucking massacre. Okay, about time. I mean, bro. And and look at Lyle. Lyle's arguing he stopped the fight too early. Oh, baby. Unbelievable, man. This is why I love boxing. 48 years later, and I still almost jumped out of my fucking chair. Look at Ali, exhausted. His brother. He's got the nation with him. He's got Angelo Dundee coming in there. Thomas Hauser in the background. Don King. How can you not mistake that hairdo, man? Don King. Fresh on the scene of boxing. But Don King is right there. He's got, look at that, man. He don't even have any grays in that fucking electric bomb that he has on top of his head. Great stuff, man. Let's see if we can listen to the great Ali before I have to.
Get away with him in the 11th. And that wasn't your plan. You predicted an 8th round knockout.
I hope that's not echoing.
How'd you look at it, Call it as you see.
He's a good fighter. He's never been stopped. I don't want to burn out energy. I don't think people realize the line is exhausted. Seeing him do most of the work, this is total. Me just standing there, no running, no dancing. Standing right there.
First left and then the right hand. All night long, by the way, the right lead did work. Lyle is open for the right lead.
Nobody can do it, but some of them. He's a good fighter. I had that going.
This is when Ali got such a great finisher. Today that fight would be over right there. It would be over.
I'm going to tell the referee.
Ali's telling the referee to stop it. Bobby Lewis.
Obviously, they didn't think the fight should be
Lewis.
stopped.
Okay.
Neither did Lyle, for that matter.
Shout out to you. Is this echoing? I hope not.
There's 7 more weeks, man. I'm staying pretty active. So I'm pacing.
This is what I'm honoring today. Let me get my make sure I get a little music going in the background here while I keep this going. Wind it down. Remember, after this fight, Ron Lyle, from getting knocked out, the same year, 4 months later, almost to the day, he fights Ernie Shavers in what's a tremendous fight. If you haven't seen that fight, I mean, I'd love to pull that fight up now, but I want to keep this to an hour, so maybe I'll get some views on it. He has a tremendous fight. He knocks out Ernie Shavers after getting off the canvas, and what I call the best phone booth blow I've ever seen. Check that fight out. After that fight, man, he goes on to fight George Foreman in the famous elevator fight. He fights Kevin Isaac, but then after that, he fights Jimmy Young again. He lost 2 out of 3 to Jimmy Young. So, man, you know, Ron Lyle went on to fight. He kept fighting. Fought Scott Ledoux, split decision. It was an interesting fight. Got beat by this cat named Lynn Ball, an up-and-comer, but he was just a club fighter. He had the fight with Jerry Cooney. Yeah, he killed a guy. It was considered self-defense. It was a gang fight kind of a thing, because he was in gangs all throughout his youth. But I mean, he was sacrificed to Jerry Cooney, so Jerry Cooney could get a name on his record. Jerry Cooney destroyed him, broke his ribs, 1 round slaughter. I mean, it was sad to see. Oscar Prince, shout out to you, man. He fought a few more fights after that. He ended his career in 1995. He lasted longer than Muhammad Ali. But Muhammad Ali, the greatest of all time. I'm glad you cats stopped in to see that with me. 48 years ago today, I didn't catch it on the tube. I caught the replay on My World of Sports. I caught it live at the Rip and Read at the radio station I was working on. We were ripping off the UPS machine and reading it round by round. And great fight, great night. So thank you, cats, for coming in here, man. Loose Gas, Boxing, Jazz, and more. And I'm out.